Don't you just love it when you make something that you can wear and you get all kinds of compliments on it? That is like the absolute best feeling when someone notices your hard work. So today we are going to make a pair of leg warmers, and we're going to use this Mandala Ombre. It's from Lion Brand. It is a number 4 medium worsted weight. It calls for a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, but I am using a 6 millimeter crochet hook. There are 344 yards on this skein. It is 150 grams. And it's just a gorgeous color. I love how this works out. This, I've made the first one. We're going to make the second one together. This is what our leg warmer looks like. We have at the bottom this nice ribbing. And at the top we have more ribbing. And I just love this yarn. It's so soft and squishy. Okay, so we are going to get started. We are going to make a slip knot. And chain 36. So I have 36, and we want to make sure that our chain is not twisted. And we're going to bring it around and join in our first chain to form a circle. And we will do that with a slip stitch. Okay. And then chain up 2, which counts as nothing. It's just going to help us to keep from having this gap when we connect our ends. So in that same stitch, we're going to do a double crochet. And we're going to do a double crochet in each stitch all the way around our circle. Okay, once you have made your double crochets in each of your chain stitches and you get around to the other side, you're going to slip stitch to join, not in the chain 2, but in the top of the very first double crochet. Oops. Slip stitch, not single crochet. And now for this round, we're going to chain up 2, which again counts as nothing. It just brings us up. So we're going to work a series of front posts and back posts, double crochets. So your first one is a front post, and that is stick your hook through the front, behind the post, and out the other side of it. Yarn over and pull your yarn through, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. And you're going to do the same thing in the next. Do a front post. So you have 2 front posts. Now you want to do a back post. And a back post is yarn over, go behind your work, in front of that post, and back out behind it again. Pull your yarn through. I just used my thumb to kind of move everything out of the way and do it like a double crochet. And then we're back to 2 front posts. And then a back post. So for this entire round, you're going to alternate 2 front posts, 1 back post, 2 front posts, 1 back post. Okay, when you make it all the way around, your last stitch should be a back post since we started with front post. Okay, then you will slip stitch to join, not in the chain 2, but in the top of that first front post double crochet. We slip stitch to join, and it should look like this. So you will chain up 2 and front post, front post, back post, so you're repeating what you did on the previous row. 2 front posts, 1 back post, and you're going to do that for 3 more rows for a total of 4 rows of the front post and back post double crochets. And once we get that done, I will show you the next step. When you have completed your 4 rows of your 2 front posts, 1 back post, you're going to slip stitch to join into the top of the double crochet, and then you will chain 1 and do a single crochet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do an increase row, because I don't know about you, but my calves are a lot bigger than my ankles. So I need a little bit more stretch. So we're going to do 3 single crochets. So that was 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch, that's going to be an increase. So we're going to do a single crochet and then another single crochet into the same stitch. Now, because we want to increase to 44, we want to balance this out. Now we're going to, it won't come out right if we do it on every 4th stitch. So now we're going to do a single crochet in the next 4 stitches, three and 4, and in the 5th stitch we are going to do our increase with 2 single crochets into that same stitch, and then we're going to go back to 3 single crochets, or a single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then in the 4th stitch we're going to do our increase with 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Now in the next 4 stitches we do a single crochet, and in the 5th stitch we do an increase. So it's 1 and 2 single crochets into that same stitch. Now we're back to 1 single crochet in the next 3, and in the 4th stitch we do the increase with 2 single crochets into the same stitch, and then the next 4 stitches gets a single crochet, and the 5th stitch we do our increase with 2 single crochets in the same stitch, then a single crochet in the next 3, and the 4th stitch is an increase. That's 1 and 2 singles in the same stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Should be a increase, and then slip stitch to our first single crochet, and we're going to count and make sure that we have 44 stitches. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Okay, so it came out right. Yay! So we did our slip stitch, and we want to chain 2, and in that same stitch we're going to place a double crochet. So we're going to do a whole round of double crochets, so we should have 44 double crochets when you make it around to the other side. Okay, when you make it all the way around, you're going to slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet, not the chain 2. And now we're going to start our zigzag row. So you want to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do a triple crochet, an incomplete triple crochet, because we want to do 4 triple crochets together, but there's a space in between. So we yarn over twice, come back into this same stitch that our chain 4 is attached to, pull our yarn through, we're going to yarn over, go through 2 and 2, and leave 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice, and skip 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch, we're going to do an incomplete triple. We have 3 chains on our hook, yarn over twice, go back into that same stitch. Now we have 4 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to come right back down into the same stitch, yarn over twice, an incomplete triple, yarn over twice, an incomplete triple. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over twice, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain, you're going to do another incomplete triple. Yarn over twice, put another one in there. Now we have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And in that same spot, we're going to do 2 more triple crochets, incomplete. 2 loops on our hook, yarn over twice, same spot. We now have 3. We're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in that 4th stitch, we're doing 2 more incomplete triples. That's 1 and 2. We have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, and chain 3. And we're coming right back down to this same spot again. We're going to skip 3, and in the 4th, 2 incomplete triples. So 1, 2, You have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, and chain 3. So it should look like this. So we chained our 3. We're going to yarn over and come back into the same space. And one more time into the same space. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch. 2 incomplete triples to complete our 4 triple crochets together. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops and chain 3. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, when you make it around to the other side, you're going to skip these 3 and come over into the space where our very first triples were at. So that's 1 and 2. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, chain 3, and we're going to slip stitch to join, and we're going, okay, you slip stitch to join. Now you're going to come over into this chain 3 space and do a single crochet, a total of 4. That's 2, 3, and 4. Skip over this and go into the next one and do 4 single crochets. 2, 3, and 4. And skip over that and go into your next. So each chain 3 space, you're going to put 4 single crochets. And this row here is where we're going to start the pattern repeat. So I will meet you when I make it all the way around. When you get to the last chain 3 space with your 4 singles, you're going to slip stitch into the first one, the first single of the very first spot. We're going to chain up 2, counts as nothing, and put a double crochet in that same spot. And you're going to put a double crochet into each single crochet all the way around. This is row 2 of the repeat. In case you're taking notes, so when you make it all the way around to the other side, you should still have 44 stitches. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of our double crochet, not the chain 2. Okay, so this is row 3 of the repeat, and it is our zigzag. So we're going to chain 4, yarn over twice, come back into the same stitch, and do an incomplete triple. We're leaving 2 on our hook. We're skipping 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch. We're doing 2 incomplete triples to make our 4 triple crochets together. Yarn over, go through all the loops, chain 3, and down into that same spot, 2 incomplete triples. Skip 3, and in the 4th, 2 incomplete triples. Yarn over and pull through all the loops and chain 3. Come back down into that same space, 2 incomplete triples, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th, 2 incomplete triples, chain 3, and back down into that same stitch. And you're going to do that and you're going to repeat this all the way around till you get to the other side. 1, 2, 3, and I will meet you there. Okay, we're back around to the other side. We're going to do our 2 incompletes here. Jump over to here where we started, do our 2 incomplete triples. Yarn over and go through all the loops, chain 3, and slip stitch to join. Okay, so that is our 3 rows that we're repeating. So we're starting back with our single crochet. You're going to reach into here and do a single crochet. You're going to put 4, 2, 3, 4 into each chain 3 space. Then you will do a row of double crochets and then a row of the zigzag. And you will do that 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will have, counting our first one, you will have a total of 6 zigzag rows. So when you get to 6 of them, we'll meet back here and I'll show you how to finish off this leg warmer. So once you've completed 6 of the repeats, you're going to do another round of single crochet, 4 in each of the chain 3 spaces. When you make it all the way around, you slip stitch to your first single, chain 2, counts as nothing, and double crochet into that same stitch. And you will do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. You should still have a total of 44 stitches. When you make it all the way around, slip stitch to your first double crochet, not the chain 2, and chain 1, and do a row of single crochet. Now this row is to separate the previous double crochets from our top band so that it doesn't blend in. So I've made it all the way around. I still have my 44 stitches, and I am going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain, or excuse me, slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet, chain 2, counts as nothing, and double crochet into that same stitch, and do a row of double crochet all the way around. This is the first round for making our top ribbing band. When you make it all the way around, you join at the top of the first chain 3, or first double crochet, not the chain 2. Chain 2, and that counts as nothing. We're going to do a front post, another front post, and a third front post. And then 1 back post, 3 front post, that's 1, 2, 3, 1 back post, 3 front post, and 1 back post. You're going to do that all the way around, alternating from 3 front post to 1 back post. And because we started with front post, we should end with a back post. And we are going to slip stitch to the top of our first double crochet, chain 2, and do 4 more rounds of the front post with 3 front post, 1, 2, 3, and then a back post. Just like the previous row, you're going to do the same stitches for 4 more rounds, for a total of 5. Now this top ribbing is different than the bottom ribbing for 2 reasons. 1, to make it easier to tell the top from the bottom, and 2, 44 is not divisible by 3. So we compromised. Okay, when you've completed 5 rounds of the ribbing, you slip stitch and fasten off. Cut your yarn, work in your ends, and you're finished. And then you have this fabulous pair of unmatching leg warmers. I say that because of this type of yarn. They look great. This is like a very easy stitch. I think you could probably make the pair in a sitting, depending on how much time you spend sitting and crocheting. Like, maybe a couple of movies, like this one would be a movie and this one would be a movie. But aren't they pretty? They're just gorgeous. I love this stitch. And I have the perfect thing for it. I made a shawl out of this same yarn. It would look just fabulous with it. And to find that, you click right on this link over here.